This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Prisoner who shot cop was on gun charge. Scores of patients and medical personnel at the National Chest Hospital in St. Andrew had to scamper for cover yesterday after a prisoner disarmed a policeman and shot another before escaping from the premises. The prisoner, Ricardo Richards, also known as Kaka, was in police custody awaiting trial on charges of illegal possession of firearm and ammunition and shooting with intent. He had been taken to the hospital after complaining of feeling ill. A woman told the news that she witnessed a man and the policemen entering the hospital. I was sitting in the waiting area over by casualty. I really did see when two policemen came in with a man in handcuffs. He was wearing a merino, slim built, a little shorter or on same height as both policemen. Then I see everybody looking through the door and I heard screaming and started to look. And then I see the security trying to close the door and everybody screaming and saying emergency, an alleged eyewitness said. The incident caused a commotion at the hospital as persons ran for cover. The woman who spoke with the news team said that she dashed for the car park but returned to the building soon after the situation was brought under control. She described what it was like when she returned. I saw quite a few doctors and nurses running with a policeman on a stretcher to an ambulance that came and they took him away. The other policeman was still here. I saw him pass with a tall gun in his hand and then I saw an inspector and other policemen searching around, the woman said. Wentworth Charles, chairman of the Southeast Regional Health Authority, told the news that the injured cop, who is said to be from the West Kingston Police Division, was stabilized at the National Chest Hospital and then transferred to another facility. Meanwhile, several persons said they saw the prisoner running away with the cop's service pistol. The police used a canine and other resources to comb the hospital's compound and surrounding areas in search of Richards, but with no success. Up to press time, Senior Superintendent of Police Stephanie Lindsay, who is in charge of communications in the force, said the prisoner was still at large. St. Anne woman charged after fake rape report. A St. Anne woman who reported to the police that she was abducted and raped has been charged after confessing that the claim was false. She has been charged with public mischief and is to appear in the St. Anne Parish Court on April 1. She made the claim in January at a time when there were increased reports of rapes in the parish, especially in Ocherius. In February, the woman changed her story, prompting the police to further investigate her case. She has been charged with the offense of creating public mischief and she will be placed before the St. Anne Parish Court to answer, Superintendent Dwight Powell told a monthly meeting of the St. Anne Municipal Corporation on Thursday. I'm going to say to the public that whenever they make reports to the police, they must be certain of where their headspace is, because when those reports are investigated and they are not proven, then there are other recourses that are left to law enforcement, Powell warned. Powell told the news that since the spate of reports in January, stringent measures put in place by the police have led to a drastic reduction in cases of rape. I'm not saying that we totally treated it because we believe that there might be other people out there, but we have made a significant impact into what was happening, Powell declared. Powell said that one main suspect remains in police custody in relation to the reports of rape made in January. 3 men wanted in St. Catherine held or killed elsewhere over the last 2 weeks. 3 men who were wanted in St. Catherine have been apprehended or neutralized following intensified operations by police personnel within the parish and other divisions within the past 2 weeks. One of the men has since been taken into police custody. Another was fatally shot, while the other was shot and injured during confrontations with law enforcers in separate incidents. The men include 39-year-old Devon Campbell, otherwise called Yogi of Gordon Penn, St. Catherine. He was wanted for shooting and other gun-related offenses. He was held while boarding a plane in Montego Bay, St. James, and has been charged with shooting with intent and is awaiting other charges. 22-year-old Leonardo Leng, otherwise called Stucker, of Brunswick Avenue, Spanish Town, St. Catherine, was shot in the Maxfield Avenue area of the corporate area. He was wanted for robbery and gun-related offenses. The other man was injured in the Colleyville area of Manchester. He was wanted in connection with several rapes in the St. Catherine North Police Division. His identity is being withheld as he awaits identification parades. The St. Catherine North Police, with the assistance of their quick response team, have committed to continue to increase their operational activities and multi-divisional partnerships to apprehend criminals. Portmore man's son charged with murder. 20-year-old Shamar Edwards of Greater Portmore in St. Catherine has been formally charged with the murder of his father, 52-year-old Dalbert Edwards, by the St. Catherine South Police. He is to appear in court on Tuesday. Edwards had been taken into custody on Monday evening following an alleged dispute with his dad, during which the elder Edwards was stabbed. About 8:15 p.m., neighbors reported hearing screams of murder and ran to the house to inquire what was happening. They kicked open the door and found Dalbert Edwards lying on his kitchen floor in blood. They called the police and Edwards, who was disabled, was taken to hospital where he died. His son Shamar, who it was reported had come to live with his father only about a month before, was taken into custody in relation to the incident. Westmoreland girl missing. A 14-year-old girl from Westmoreland has gone missing. She is Teamoy Gooden from Redgate in the parish. The police say she has been missing since Tuesday, March 9. She was last seen at home about 6 a.m. on Tuesday, dressed in a pink blouse, short jeans, and a pair of green slippers. She has not been seen since then. Teamoy's complexion is dark, the police say. She is medium build and about 5 feet 4 inches tall. The police are urging anyone with knowledge or information about where she is to call the Bluefields Police at 876-955-8156, 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Sentencing for getaway driver in church murder postponed. The sentencing for the man who drove the getaway car in the killing of banker Andrew Lowe Garwood has been postponed to March 19 in the Home Circuit Court. Leon Hines was scheduled to be sentenced yesterday on charges of illegal possession of firearm and accessory after the fact to murder. However, an outstanding social inquiry report forced the rescheduling of the matter. The 23-year-old storekeeper of Rose Heights, Montego Bay, St. James, was among 3 persons arrested and charged in connection with the brazen daylight murder of the 51-year-old banker inside a church in Falmouth, Trelawney on January 31. Hines secured a plea deal last month with the prosecution, which resulted in 4 of the 6 charges against him being dropped. He pleaded not guilty to conspiracy to murder, accessory before the fact to murder, and the misprision of felon. The Crown offered no evidence on each count as part of the deal. Lowe Garwood was shot dead while worshiping at the Agape Christian Fellowship Church, allegedly by a man who sat in the pew behind her. 2 other men, Javan Janoy Garwood, 29, the stepson of the deceased, and Dwight Bingham, have been charged in relation to her killing. Garwood is charged with murder and conspiracy to murder, and Bingham has been charged with murder and illegal possession of firearm. According to Hines' statement, he rented the getaway car 2 days before the fatal incident, but reported it missing hours after the murder to cover up his role in the plot. Hines had called the owner of the car and told him it was stolen, but that he found it a short distance away from his home. The owner, in response, told him to report the matter and to bring the car to the Montego Bay police station. While on his way to the police station, Hines drove to Miriam Way and discarded his phone and a black bag. However, while he was there, the police apprehended him. Hines was taken back to Miriam Way, where his phone was recovered, and he later confessed his guilt to the police. Vaccination of healthcare workers, JCF and JDF, to begin on Sunday. The Ministry of Health and Wellness says that for the period Sunday, March 14 to Friday, March 19, healthcare workers and members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Defense Force will be inoculated with the COVID-19 vaccine. Persons who are not in these categories should not present themselves at any of the vaccination sites across the island, said the Ministry of Health in a release. On Monday, March 8, Jamaica received its first 50,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccines donated by the government of India. Health officials said they started administering the vaccine on March 10, exactly 1 year after the first case of the virus was confirmed on the island. Addressing a weekly COVID Conversations virtual press conference on March 11, Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton said the government will be moving forward with administering the AstraZeneca vaccine as it has been deemed effective by the World Health Organization. He said only vaccines that have been approved by the WHO will be given to Jamaicans. 4 more COVID-19 deaths, 525 new cases. An additional 4 COVID-19 related deaths and 525 new cases were recorded across Jamaica on Friday, according to the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The deceased are a 54-year-old male from St. Catherine, a 56-year-old male, and two 95-year-old males of Kingston and St. Andrew addresses. The latest fatalities bring the death toll from the coronavirus in Jamaica to 484. The death of a COVID-19 patient was classified as coincidental, while another death is under investigation. The 525 newly confirmed COVID-19 cases bring the total number of cases on record for the island to 29,912. Recoveries increased by 147, bringing total recoveries to 15,059. Of the newly confirmed cases, 295 are females and 220 are males, while sex of 12 persons are under investigation. The ages of the positive individuals range from 20 days to 90 years. The cases were recorded as follows: Kingston and St. Andrew, 129, St. Catherine, 74, Portland, 65, Hanover, 45, Trelawney, 38, Westmoreland, 37, St. Anne, 35, St. Thomas, 31, St. Mary, 24, St. James, 19, Clarendon, 19, St. Elizabeth, 5, and Manchester, 4. There are 24 moderately ill patients and 33 critically ill patients among the 13,939 active cases now under observation in Jamaica. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.